Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy GZTV back with another video. We are here with the late night NBA talks, Monday, March 18th. It's March, baby. March Madness is coming up. But until Thursday when the actual tournament starts, we are going to be focusing on NBA. Obviously, I'll be watching the first four games. And we're going to be making a March Madness prediction video coming up on Wednesday. So tomorrow I'm going to actually record. I already know my bracket, but I'm going to go through and record. But for now, for the next couple of days here, next like 3 days probably, today through Wednesday, we're going to talk about the NBA. So let's first talk about the Cavs and Pacers, because there's a lot to talk about here with Tyrese Halliburton's recent struggles. Karis LeVert and Jared Allen lead a shorthanded Cavs past the Pacers by 5. Now, if you're the Pacers, you don't want to lose a game like this. No Donovan Mitchell and a Darius Garland game that is not great. So yeah, obviously great scoring from Karis LeVert and Jared Allen. You'll give them their credit, but yeah, they make a late push. They win the game, fend them off. Obviously, Jared Allen was hitting tough shots. It was a pretty solid game. Two playoff caliber teams, of course, playing each other. Tyrese was hitting some tough shots. Obi Toppin was getting to the hoop. And, Marcus Morris, he's on the Cavs, and they're trying to give him kind of a chance. And he was hitting some shots, so that was cool. But, yeah, looking at the Cavs, obviously 23 points for Jared Allen. He shot 67%. You get 23 and 11 from Karis LeVert, so those are the two guys leading the way when guys like Donovan Mitchell are out. Obviously, you look at the Pacers, you get 19 and 12 out of Pascal Siakam while shooting 50%. You get 14 and 12 from Tyrese Halliburton. And I know in the thumbnail and stuff it says, like, what's happened to Hali. Yeah, he's not a very efficient shooter. He's shooting pretty poorly, but you still need guys like the Aarons and the starting lineup to step up. Obviously, they have guys like TJ McConnell and Jalen Smith who can kind of come off the bench and play a role like that. But when Neesmith and Nembhard aren't playing good, this team just doesn't mesh very well. So, and obviously they don't have Benedict Mathurin, so there's that too. Getting rid of Buddy Hield midseason also wasn't really the move, but it is what it is. Moving on, we have the Heat and the Sixers. I know Chippy's a Heat fan. They've had some really tough losses recently. Obviously had the buzzer beater yesterday, so I guess I kind of makes up for stuff. But Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre Jr. post double-doubles, lead the Sixers past the Heat by 7. Actually, some really good basketball being played in Philly, even without Embiid. Kyle Lowry hustled after a loose basketball and launched himself over the scorer's table and into the lap of the public address announcer. That was kind of funny. Yeah, it's nice. Oubre's playing tough. He's getting through contact. Really good stuff from him. Mo Bamba's hitting threes. Kyle Lowry's hitting tough shots. Rozier was hitting some tough shots. He was tough, but Tyrese Maxey was getting hot this game. And yeah, it's scary. Like, they're honestly looking pretty scary. Imagine if they had Embiid, they'd be looking like damn near the best team in the NBA. I'm gonna say it. At least, yeah, dude, they'd be up there. But you look at the Heat, you get 20 and 13 from Bam Adebayo, who made both of his threes. Again, we've known for a long time that Bam Adebayo has had a jump shot. It's just Spo has never given him the opportunity. Made both of his threes, shot 80%. You get 20 out of Terry Rozier. Not a great game from Duncan Robinson. I will say Duncan Robinson is a pretty inconsistent piece on this team. Obviously, they have guys like Caleb Martin off the bench that can kind of cover up when he's not playing so good. But I would say, Jimmy Butler not playing does create a pretty big hole for this team. But then again, we have an MVP caliber player in Joel Embiid not playing. And we still get 30 and 10 out of Tyrese Maxey shooting 30% from 3, 22 and 11 from Kelly Oubre shooting 33% from 3. That's crazy, man. It's really wild to see. So, yeah, shout out to the Sixers, honestly. Like, they deserve wins. They've gone through a tough season, losing a guy that was having one of the best offensive seasons we've ever seen in the NBA. Like, it's crazy. But moving on to the Trailblazers Bulls game, DeMar DeRozan scores 28 points. The Bulls barely beat the Trailblazers by 3. Recently it seems like every single Bulls game has been a close one, but they've been winning the majority of their games recently. They're getting ready to get to that 500 hump. Again, we'll look at the standings, kind of look at the playoff implications after this. But yeah, great scoring for DeRozan tonight. Obviously, dishing the rock to his teammates. He's just one of the most clutch players in the NBA. He is such a key player down the stretch, a guy that you got to look for when you're defending him. But yeah, hit Nikola Vucevic. He hit a hook shot with like 9 seconds left, so that was pretty huge. really smooth offense from guys like Vucevic and obviously DeMar DeRozan getting through defense as always and hitting tough shots. Onuralp Bitim hit a three to beat the buzzer, I guess. They got all sorts of weird-ass players on their team right now. They're in a weird spot, but at least, Vucevic is getting to the rim. Ayo Dosunmu's hitting some tough ones. Yeah, DeAndre Ayton, dominating continues to play good. He put up 25 and 15. You get 30 out of Anthony Simons. So that's a really good duo out west for the Trailblazers. And if they can maybe build around that, I don't know. But when you have a guy like Kamara playing in your starting lineup and you don't have, Jeremy Grant, I think that poses a big problem. Obviously, they have Jabari Walker. They have guys like Jabari Walker off the bench that can try to help pick up the scraps. But, dude, Kamara, that's just not it. That's not a guy you want starting on any basketball team in the NBA. No hate towards him. It just is what it is. But DeMar DeRozan put up 28. He shot 50% from three. You get 22 out of Vooch, who shot 50% from three. And you get 23 and 10 from Ayo Dosunmu, who shot 33% from three. He's honestly had a couple breakout games recently. He's been playing phenomenal. He kind of looked like a bust at first, but he's honestly kind of finding himself on the court, so it's really dope to watch. But moving on to the final game of the night that we are going to talk about here, we have the Knicks and the Warriors, which was the second game on the ESPN games were good. Yeah, the posters. We could talk about that too. Jalen Johnson's dunk and Anthony Edwards had probably one of the best dunks I've ever seen. That was ridiculous. But speaking of the Knicks Warriors, Jalen Brunson scored 34 points, led the Knicks past the Warriors by 7. Obviously, Jalen Brunson is on a streak lately. Great scoring from him, and Miles McBride might have had his best game of his career. He played absolutely incredible. I've always seen kind of potential in him. He didn't play much on West Virginia, but in high school he was insane. Kind of saw potential in a guy like that. Now, again, just like a guy like Ayo Dosunmu, he's kind of finding his spot on a at least play-in level roster, which is what the Bulls are. Obviously, the Knicks are playoff caliber. But, the Knicks are hot right now. 4 straight wins. So, obviously, the Warriors aren't a great team, but, hey, a win is a win. They're still a good team. I will give them that. Josh Hart was getting to the rim and getting all sorts of tough shots. He is just the grunge guy. He is just going to get every tough shot you need. And Trace Jackson Davis for the Warriors is obviously a alley-oop machine, and that's been a problem. Draymond connecting with Clay, showing some chemistry at times, hitting tough shots. But yeah, Jalen Brunson's getting through contact. Obviously, DiVincenzo was hitting some threes tonight. Hartenstein put up 13 and 10. You get 34 out of Jalen Brunson shooting 33% from three. You get 29 out of Miles McBride. Hopefully he gets more playing time. He shot 67% from three. You get a triple-double from Josh Hart again. Just the grunge guy. 10, 11, and 11. Absolutely insane. Even without Julius Randle, this team is looking scary. My goodness. Look, Steph's all the Warriors have right now. The man puts up 27, and they still can't come out with a win. And I'm not sure you got to give Podziemski a break because he is a rookie, but Jesus, why are they playing him so much? When they have guys like Chris Paul, when they have guys like Klay Thompson, Gary Payton, Moses Moody, they have so many options off the bench, and they choose to just drain all the minutes into their rookie who doesn't have experience. Let him learn from veterans like Chris Paul and Gary Payton II. And honestly, why isn't Moses Moody playing more? I don't know. There's a lot of concerns. It's creating problems. I don't know. I guess it's a one-game thing. Podziemski usually plays pretty well, but yeah, just taking a peek at tomorrow's games. Honestly, the only game I'm excited for is the NBA TV game, which is Nuggets and Timberwolves. So we can quickly look at the playoff standings and then call it a video. No one else has gotten eliminated. There's not really much to talk about, honestly. Nothing has really changed with the playoff picture, which is crazy. Because you would think a lot more teams have gotten eliminated by now, but there's just so many bad teams in the NBA, like Detroit, Washington, Portland, and San Antonio. All are terrible. And yeah, obviously Warriors could slip out of the play-in. Hawks still have a chance. Everyone has a chance to do everything. So yeah, down the stretch, we'll have to see. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Cheesy TV. If there are any good games on tomorrow, you can catch me on the channel. We do live streams after every game, or all the games. So tomorrow you could expect a live stream around 10:30. It's honestly going to be a pretty early video. I actually might wait until after the first 4 games